Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows. Today is December 23rd, and I know it is a crazy time of year for a lot of people because of Christmas and the whole holiday season. And so I just wanted to make a video today to be an encouragement of making Christmas be about Christ, but also just making the new year be about Christ. I know it can be very hard this time of year with so much going on. All over the place. We as a family don't really do Christmas. And so like yesterday we had our whole family over here for a Christmas meal, but we don't do the gift giving and all of that. And this video is not to encourage or discourage people from doing that. But because we don't have kids involved in a lot of different activities, and because we don't really do Christmas, we don't have a lot of places we're running back and forth every part of this season. So like our family likes to go to the walk through Bethlehem, and we get to go every year because we aren't doing different Christmas plays or Christmas song, concerts, Christmas dances, the different things that go on. So we're able to make sure that we get to the events that we really want to get to. But also we just don't put an emphasis on having to buy the gifts and having to be at the parties. Which is a great blessing in disguise, I realized this year, because we're not feeling pulled in all different directions. But as I do think about this season, I think about how I want to make sure that the busyness of life doesn't get in the way, and that we actually put Christ first in the things that we do. But so many people take a break during the holiday season, and they realize that they're, running all these different directions, putting too much emphasis on the material things, and try to really cram Jesus and his birth into this small time of year. So I just wanted to talk about how we can make sure that it gets into the next time of year. Our church has been doing a Bible reading plan that we've been doing. So this past year, we read through the New Testament. So it was one chapter a day, 5 days a week, and then we had the weekends to either catch up or to talk about it. And some people in the church, I'm sure, just read the chapter, and it was great because then we were all on the same place. So I don't know what I just said, but we did a chapter a day of the New Testament, not a verse. And so some people probably just read the chapter and, thought about it during the day. Our family chose to read the chapter and we discuss it. So we do our Bible study based on the chapter that we read. And on the weekends, we do something a little different. So we've been doing a lot of discussion on what's this next year going to look like with our Bible reading. So that's a good place to first look on how are you going to implement Bible as a family. Not just Bible time during school, because I know that can then just become a subject. And if we're taking the week off, then Bible doesn't get done. I know that happens in my family. Maybe it happens in your family too. But also just making sure that everyone is sitting down together so that dad can be part of that. And I know in some families that might not be able to happen, like a military family where dad is away. But it's really important for the dad to be leading the family, maybe with mom's encouragement, being a cheerleader, and here, I will get everybody sit down. When we first started doing some of these different things, I was really trying to push, not trying to be naggy and not trying to be harsh, but just trying to make sure that I was doing all I could to make Bible time go as smoothly as possible. Because Mark needs to be able to focus on what the Bible reading is and how he's going to explain it to the kids. So the least I can do is to make sure that everybody is fed and rested and, ready to sit and listen to whatever daddy is ready to talk about. And maybe in your family, it involves the little kids being able to do an activity during the Bible time. We usually have everybody sit for a certain amount of time, and if there's further discussion going on, I let the littles get up and do a quiet activity, whether that is drawing or playing quietly with a specific toy, like here you may build with these blocks. It keeps the kids still in the same room and still hearing what's going on, but not sitting for really, really long periods of time. But we do require them to sit for a little while. So how our Bible study works as a family is we sit down and we sing some songs. That has changed over time, depending what songs we're singing. But we sing songs as a family. we open our Bibles, and for this year we had Uriah repeat after as I said a verse. So like, let's say at Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, and he'd say, in the beginning, God created, God created. With Abigail, I do the same thing, and with Josiah, I do the same thing, making longer passages for the older kids. Once they're able to read, each one of those non-readers is given one verse, and then all the readers are given 2 verses, and we just go around age, youngest to oldest, until we get through the chapter. So they all have to sit for that. And then something we've started recently is the littles, going up age order again, will tell something they learned from it. And so like today we were in Revelation, and Abigail just pointed out something she heard. She heard that they threw dust on their heads, and she, was wondering why they did that. So just giving everybody a chance to make sure that they're paying attention and really listening. So we've done Bible all different ways throughout the years, and we're trying to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing this coming year for our Bible reading program. We are still waiting to hear. We don't know if our church is going to be going through something else together, and we'll probably do that if that's what they're doing. But just an encouragement to take Christ past this Christmas season, not trying to just force him into this box of these 2 weeks, of making sure that, our kids know what the real reason is, and it's not about gifts, and it's not about Santa and all those different things, but also just making sure that we continue to push forward, because I know when we first got married and first started having kids, we really compartmentalized. Christmas is when we celebrate Jesus's birth. Easter is when we celebrate his death, and we didn't talk about it regularly between those times. So let me know in the comments how your family is going to be going into the new year with just a focus on Christ and all he's done from birth to death, and even the victory that he's won, as we've been reading about in Revelation. So just let me know so we can all encourage each other to glorify him in everything we do and say. So thank you for joining Herding Little Cows.